The topic plants and how they grow is very suitable for 6 years old children because at this age they enjoy exploring, observing, and learning through great experience. Plants are easy to find in daily life, such as in gardens, homeyards, or at school, making learning more meaningful. Therefore, children can understand basic science concepts more easily through activities such as planting seeds, watering plants, and observing change in plants over time. Children also learn that plants are living things that require water, sunlight, and soil to grow. In early science, children learn about the parts of a plant such as roots, stem, leaves, and flower, as well as the basic needs of plants to live. In language, children learn new vocabulary such as seed, leaf, root, and flower, and they can discuss, ask questions, and share their observation about plants. In art, children can draw plants, create leaf collage, or make plant-related craft to express their creativity. In social and emotional, through group activities such as planting and taking care of plants, children learn to cooperate, share responsibilities, and take care of living things. This topic makes learning more active, enjoyable, and meaningful, while also helping children appreciate the natural environment.
Teaching using the Reggio Emilia approach. The Reggio Emilia approach is a way of teaching that sees children as capable, curious, and full of potential. Instead, it focuses on hands-on exploration, the environment as a teacher, and the many ways children express their ideas. The first one, key principle. The teaching plants and how they grow in the Reggio Emilia approach is based on the key principle of the 100 languages of children, which recognize that 6 years old are competent children who can share what they know in many creative ways. Next, learning environment and material. In this approach, the learning environment functions as a third teacher. It is set up with interesting natural material such as organic soil, different kind of seeds, and transparent rooting jar. There are also a documentation panel that show what children are learning. Role of the teacher. Role of the teacher shifts from a top-down instructor to a co-researcher and provocateur. A teacher is someone who assists students in learning and problem solving, not someone who gives them instruction. The teacher simulates curiosity and challenges children to think critically about what plants need to survive by providing provocation, such as placing a variety of seeds next to a bowl of water. Role of the children. The children's role is to act as an active collaborator who work in a small group to negotiate meanings and solve problems. Rather being passive perception of information, they are helpers in finding out about nature. As a collaborator, they work in a small group to solve practical problems, such as decide how much water a seedling needs. Next, teaching technique use. In this approach, the primary teaching technique used is provocation, where the teacher provides an interesting display, such as unique root system of various seeds. This will help to spark children's natural curiosity and encourage them to ask deep questions. The teacher also uses documentation like takes pictures and records discussions. By this, it helps to show what children are learning. The last one is one example of hands-on learning activity. Children might use magnifying glasses to look at the leaves and roots, and then they will paint what they see with watercolor. This will help children understand how living things grow. As a result, children will observe with aesthetic expressions to deepen their understanding of biological growth.
Inquiry-based learning. What is inquiry-based learning? Is a teaching approach where children learn by asking questions, exploring, and discovering answers through their own experience. Instead of only listening to the teacher, children are encouraged to be active during the learning process. Next, this approach is suitable for a 6-year-old children because they are naturally curious about the world around them. For the topic, plants and how they grow, children can learn better by observing plants and exploring how they grow. In this activity, the teacher asks open-ended questions such as what do plants need to grow or what will happen if plants do not get water. These questions can help children think and share their ideas. The teacher can also prepare materials such as seeds, soil, small pots, and watering cans. Children also can plant the seeds and observe how the plant grows over time. In inquiry-based learning, the teacher guides the children while the children actively explore, observe, and share their ideas. Through this activity, children can develop curiosity, observation skills, and confidence.
So today I will explain about the comparison of the two approach, which is Reggio Emilia approach and inquiry-based approach. So children are asked to actively learn and explore the environment for both the Reggio Emilia approach and the inquiry-based approach. However, there are variety of areas where the two approaches diverge, such as method of instruction, student engagement, the role of teacher, and the type of learning opportunity offered. For the first aspect is teaching technique. For Reggio Emilia approach, teacher use observation, project-based learning, creativity, and documentation like image and drawing. For inquiry-based, teacher assists children discover answers through research, investigation, experimentation, and questioning. The second one is children's participation. Children use group project, discussion, and drawing to express their idea, and they look into best to their interests. So the second aspect is children's participation. For Reggio Emilia, children use group project, discussion, and drawing to express their idea, and they also look into best to their interests. For inquiry based, children take part by asking questions, developing ideas, doing experiments, and looking into problems. So the third one is teacher's role. For Reggio Emilia, as a co-learner and a facilitator, the teacher observes students and supports their ideas. Meanwhile, for inquiry based, as a guide, a teacher asks topic and motivates students to look into and discover their answer. So the last aspect is type of learning experience. Reggio Emilia emphasizes expressive, friendly, and creative learning opportunities. Meanwhile, inquiry-based highlight problem solving, scientific thinking, creative learning opportunities. In overall, both methods encourage children's active learning. The inquiry-based approach is more concerned with asking questions, doing research, and learning through exploration compared to the Reggio Emilia, which places more emphasis on creativity and expression.
In conclusion, the system approach and the Reggio Emilia approach are important in early childhood education. Through this project, children will also ensuring in safety and participation in learning process. Therefore, teachers need to use appropriate strategies. The reference we use in this project come from several sources related to child development and early childhood education. Explain the child can learn science,